I'm Njenga, a sustainability professional. So I support businesses in community engagement and human rights. So when you talk about environmental social governance, I look at the S part, and I'm really passionate about sustainability.
Hi, I'm Cindi Muriuki. I am a content creator, but I also studied sustainable tourism development and regional planning. And I am a sustainable enthusiast, especially in the fields of hospitality and tourism.
And welcome to sustainability.
Welcome to sustainability. So today we're testing how much we truly know about sustainability. So Liz, take it away.
So,
scared.
Would you rather work for a company with impeccable environmental practices but long hours, or work for a less eco-friendly company with flexible hours? The hours. Remote. Oof.
Okay, so hours are a very big thing. Okay, I know you mentioned environmentally, but not sustainable. Because when a workplace is sustainable, they think of all aspects, including like the well-being of their employees. So long hours should not be a thing. So I would go for the less eco-friendly place with flexible hours, and then I would take it upon myself to make it more eco-friendly.
You just want to work for less hours.
I just want.
But okay,
I see. I see. I'm not gonna lie.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think I'm the opposite. I think like values for me, like with a company, I can't be with someone who's like using, I guess, fossil, like using fossil, like in the running of their business. So I feel like I'd go home and I'd be like so sad, or like if you have like child labor in like whatever places that you're working, that would affect me as a person.
Okay.
But yeah.
I think that's why we're different, because I would be like,
definitely. But I also agree. I also want to work remotely and less hours.
Less
but
hours,
I think
yes.
we get a balance of a business that does,
yeah.
I guess, both.
If they want to be more conscious and they're willing to have like me or whoever on board to like help them with that, I'm willing to work to help them build it. You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't mind starting from somewhere that's as long as there's potential to become more environmentally conscious or more sustainably friendly. I'm willing to.
But also, actually, back to your point, the S part, like when you talk about ESG, for example, if your employees are not happy, like working long hours is not the best.
Yeah.
So ideally, they're not really sustainable.
Exactly.
At the end of the day. So I guess tricky.
It's a tricky one. That's true. That's true.
But we all want to work less hours at the end of the day.
That's so true.
All right. Do you have one for me?
Yes. Would you rather only wear sustainable fashion brands but have a limited wardrobe, or wear anything you want but it's all fast fashion? Yeah.
I mean, listen, fast fashion, okay. Like, you know, there's so many events. We have baby showers, all white. We have, like, I'm at that age where there's, like, so many things happening.
And
so
they
I feel
all
like,
have themes.
Yeah, they all have themes. And now, like, the aesthetics. So, like, fast fashion makes sense because you're, like, you just want to get into a shop or order online and get it. But I guess, like, ideally, I'd want to have maybe a capsule wardrobe that I can, like, mix and match. But it's still very... I'd say tempting to keep buying stuff because you're like, oh yeah, like there's a birthday party coming up and they're like, they give us like some palette, and I was like, okay, I don't have anything. I didn't have pastels, so I'm like, yeah, because I'm like nudes and blacks. I'm like, I have to get something. I'm like, no, I don't want to indulge in that. So I have to figure out like, do I wear like a scarf or like a pin or So I don't know, but I think I'd go on the sustainable brands or like, less stuff in my closet.
Yeah, okay, I hear you. I also, honestly, I would. I'm a fashion girly.
Facts.
Yeah, facts. I do have a lot of clothes in my wardrobe, and I'm trying to be more conscious of like my purchasing decisions. But there's a conversation that goes around about fast fashion, and in as much as it's not good, especially like big brands that have sweatshops, the thing that people also need to realize is that it's affordable. Sustainable brands may not always be the cheapest.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's tough. I would definitely, because now I'm in a better financial position than I was like when I was in uni, I would go for the sustainable fashion brands and have a limited wardrobe that as well mix and match. Maybe I would accessorize differently, I don't know, to keep my fashion, my style part intact. But I do understand why there are people who would rather go with the fast fashion route because it's cheap. Not everyone has access to enough finances to buy these big brands. So Yeah. And also, I guess it just depends on you and your fashion sense.
And I think, the fact that sustainable brands are so expensive, extremely expensive. Yeah, I don't know. We need to get someone on the show to tell us.
Yeah, like why?
What is the margins?
Because I know a sustainable fashion brand does try as much as possible to like use everything, like all the pieces of material and like repurpose, upcycle. I don't know. Maybe it's the fact that they don't use many people. Maybe the labor costs are higher because they use less people. I don't know, but we'll have a guest.
It's not like a machine.
Yeah, it's not yeah, exactly. So I think when we have a guest, they'll be able to tell us
for sure
better. Next.
But anyway, I like your outfit.
Oh, thank you.
Sustainable brand.
Yes, it is black and nude. Like you literally did say that is
That's all I wear, guys. It's an interesting one. So it's around reforestation and carbon credits.
Okay.
So we've all been like, how many public holidays have we had about like planting trees? And I know you have strong opinions.
I have such strong opinions about tree planting, guys.
So my question is, would you rather directly participate in a local reforestation project, planting trees yourself and seeing the immediate impact, something like immediate impact, okay? Or support carbon offset programs through purchasing credits that fund reforestation efforts elsewhere? Think about the public. Did you go plant trees on the public holiday?
No, I didn't. And I'll explain it more in a different episode. But basically, my strong opinions about tree planting is that they need to be done by a body that, first of all, knows the right trees to plant in right areas. Because if you plant the wrong trees, then you make the soil barren. Then how is that sustainable? And then also like people just do it as it's very greenwashing. It's like I'm doing this tree planting thing so that I can appease our donors or I can do this, but it's never like really like because they are conscious about the environment and they want to actually do the afforestation thing. But on the other hand, buying carbon credits, it is less hands off because you're not really involved. But if the place has like accountability trackers, and if one day I can be like, I want to go there and see it for myself.
I want to see my 75 trees.
I want to see all my... I want you to mark them. This is Cindy's 1, 2, 3, all the way to 75. If that is possible, I would do the carbon offsetting one. Or... Oh, that's hard. Because like it's one, or I can't. I have to pick the carbon credits one. Yeah, I pick the carbon credits one.
I think also I think a bit of both for me, because I feel I've done a lot of tree planting, but then now like time, even the day if we're given the free day, I'm like, where am I going to plant?
Where are you going to?
Like
plant?
we're in the city, like concrete jungle. Like where am I planting? Okay, plant moms don't count on this conversation.
But we still care for you.
Yeah. So, but I think I agree. I'd want to contribute to an organization that is credible.
Yes.
That can actually plant the trees and we can be able to track. Because there's like tech now. I think you can actually see the trees are growing. Carbon credits, I'm not so sure. I'm not very clear on how, because I've had very many concerns around it.
Okay.
And I'd want to maybe get more insights from someone who's in that space. What does it mean for businesses? Because you see, it's like the bigger businesses that are buying. I've never had a space where, like, Liz, there's no one selling for me carbon credits. Have you seen someone?
No.
Like when you're like the mall, have you ever seen someone selling for you carbon credits? It's not been accessible to like just an ordinary person.
That's so true.
Yeah. So I think maybe I just go supporting a brand or a company that does tree planting.
Yes, if there was an organization that does tree planting and you
tree growing is a word. Tree growing. It's a word.
And then because sometimes you plant the trees and then like something happens, like the rains that we've been having.
Oh yeah.
And then those seedlings will never germinate.
For sure.
They are done. So yeah, I would also support an organization that does tree growing and is like has accountability.
Credibility is key.
Yeah.
Okay, take it away.
This one is about farm fresh farm. Farm fresh or fast food. Oh, I like this one. Would you rather have all your meals from a local farmer's market but pay premium price, or eat at fast food restaurants but with a budget-friendly menu?
Yo. Literally yo.
Yo.
So this, again, back to accessibility. So this farmers market, okay, we all have like, I guess, a market close by to where you stay. But the the prices are also quite steep when you're buying fresh produce, and especially like if you live alone, for instance, and you're buying produce for yourself, it gets quite pricey.
True.
So I'd see the sense of that the money goes back directly to the farmers or to whoever like it's contributing sustainably to the economy. I know where the food is coming from, but do I really know where the food is coming from?
Know where the food
I don't
is
know.
coming from.
I'm not so sure. It could come in from like a different country.
True.
Or from, I don't know. Like there's a time they were saying like there's fish from China.
Yeah.
Tilapia. And I was like, but it's in the market. It was in the market. Like I was like,
literally.
the lady selling for me is like, it's from Kisumu. And I'm like, what do you mean?
But is it from really? Where is it from? Really?
But fast food, I think I would go for fast food, but for a brand or a company that actually has sustainable practices. So if they can actually tell me where they source from, like within their marketing, can say they don't have like imported frozen fries from what country.
Yes, okay.
No shade to anyone who does that. But if they're sourcing like from Kinangop or somewhere, and I know like these farmers are getting value for their money, it's consistent income for them, I would preferably just also, I guess, just get the fast food as often as I can. Because cooking, again, who has time to cook every other day? Because if you're alone, it's hectic.
It's a lot.
Hectic.
It's a lot.
Yeah. It's a hard one. It's hard.
It is. This one is hard. And I also have strong opinions on this one because it's in the hospitality industry. But the thing we are fortunate, because we live in Kenya, we have farmers who grow a lot of, produce everywhere, really. We have, like you said, we do have farmers markets, but we also have, we have the mama burgers everywhere. In as much as we don't know, there's no quality control. I would say that we don't have quality control the way it is in other countries, but that also means we don't have a lot of food waste. Because, in other countries, they have strict regulations. So even when you go to the supermarket, like you'll never see, those bananas that are normally conjoined, you'll never see that in like Europe because it's labeled as like faulty or like so you'll never see, but it's a perfectly good banana. So I think we have that benefit of like we don't really throw away things because they're like misshapen or something, unless obviously it's bad. But again, living alone, like I also struggle with it because I'll buy things from like I'll buy a kg of something. Like the only thing I that keeps is onions. So like I buy tomatoes and now I'm like, do I eat a tomato every single meal? Breakfast, lunch, dinner, every tomato soup. Like I'm trying
tomato pasta.
Yeah, and then now obviously because I can't finish what I've bought, I end up wasting a lot of food, which is detrimental. So I do also, and also again, as you've said, who wants to cook every single day? So yeah, I also think if I could get like kana kibandaski count as a fast food? Kibandaski.
Actually, yeah, it should. It should.
Because you go there, you eat and you leave. But at least I know like I'm supporting local chefs. I know they're getting the
I like that angle. Yeah. Actually, okay, I like that angle.
Yeah. It's affordable because also the thing with like fast food, especially like international brands, it's like you can't afford to eat there every day.
Every day for sure.
And also it's not healthy. So also again, health restrictions are a thing.
Okay, I think we need a bit like more information on that actually, because what you said about like what happens in Europe, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So like I think the food waste conversation needs to be a bit more wider here and what we are doing with that food.
Yeah, because surely, like at least I know in shags when the food is rotten, like they use it
for manure.
For manure. So at least I know like okay, I feel bad that we didn't finish the food, but at least I know it's going back to it's regenerating. Yeah. So it's fine. That's good. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Is it my turn?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Let me see. Lucky number
5.
This is a funny one for you, especially. Public transit or plant-based?
Okay.
Would you rather only use public transportation for a year, never eat meat again?
Or never eat meat again.
Yeah, or never eat meat again.
Yeah. Okay.
You have to know when you say you're a sustainability enthusiast.
Okay. I'm still learning. That's why I'm an enthusiast and not an expert. And that is such a hard question. Okay. Public transport is any form of public transport. Ubers are public transport.
They have a PSV.
They do have the PSV thing. So I mean, the thing is like, okay, if it's like the, transport for like either like bikes and do these, boda. I mean, yeah, boda is Nduthi. Or like matatu. It's tricky. I would do it. I think, guys, I can't give up meat. I'm so sorry. Like, I cannot give up meat. The thing is, I don't even eat meat like often. I don't eat red meat. I'm a white meat guy. But just the choice. Like, I mean, I go for a function, you tell me I can't have nyama choma. Are you joking? First of all, even my relatives themselves would think I have a problem.
Yeah, for sure.
They'd be like, this one is sick somewhere.
Yeah, for sure.
But so I think I would do.
Are you okay? Like,
It's like, are you feeling fine? Maybe you need some medicine. Maybe go lie down and think about your answer. Here is a plate of chomas
with everything else. You don't read everything.
Everything. So I think I would use public transportation, but it's hard because like in instances where I'm going for like a wedding or like an event where I'm dressed up in such fancy clothes. Can you imagine me like on a boda, just there like with a ball gown?
Even a boda on the stage. Like Kyoko, just
Tao. I mean, yeah. And then you know it's not one direct journey. Like you have to stop somewhere, then wait, and then I'll go on another one, and then hey, guys. Maybe for those ones you allow me to use Uber because it is a PSP. Yeah. What did you do?
I think first that question doesn't like apply to African context. Okay. I think like the issue with meat is how it's done like abroad, like you mentioned earlier. Yeah. So I think we feed our animals like it's pasture and all that normal. So like in the I think in European countries, so there's a lot of emissions coming from guys who are growing meat.
Yes.
Like for lack of a better word. Or keeping greasing. Not greasing. They have them like in
it's like confined spaces. Yeah.
That's why maybe it's like a decision where you're like, oh, I won't have this because I'm encouraging this kind of business.
Okay, that's true.
Yes, but then I think public transport here, like I think most African countries, it's a nightmare.
Oh my goodness.
You can't move you have to take like 3, 4, 5 jobs to get to like parklands, for example, if you live somewhere. So I think it's not feasible to say you can give up.
It's really hard.
Like say,
it's a tricky
and
one.
Fuel,
the taxes,
the taxes on the fuel.
But then also like just like what you said about public transportation in other countries, it's like it's so efficient there, and then there it's like there's scheduled times. And I was having that conversation with my mom a while back, and she was telling me how back in their day, like the buses had schedules, so you'd know if I want to go to town, I can get a bus at 1:15, or I can wait another 30 minutes or 20 minutes and I'll get another one. But here, first of all, like our matatus, they stop anytime they want to, anywhere they want to.
And they come full.
So it's like, and you're squeezing, and then there.
And you're getting late.
Yeah, and then you have to wait for it to get full. In other countries, because it's on a schedule, it doesn't matter if it's full.
If it's one person or like
if it's one
15.
person, they're always running. We don't have that, and I wish we did. Even things like bike lanes. We don't have bike lanes. We don't have, even a lot of major roads in Kenya don't have pedestrian paths.
True. So
it's like, it's either you have to have some form of motor vehicle transportation, which is also not very good for, the environment. And also cash-wise, not everyone has
the money for.
Yeah, so hi Bambi.
Story Bambi.
Hi Bambi. Okay, I think we're about to wrap up. This is the last question I have. And it's about reusable shopping bags versus recyclable packaging. I don't know why today my tongue is slipping so much. Would you rather exclusively use reusable shopping bags or have all your groceries delivered in recyclable packaging?
There's a tweet about this. Like when you literally like get to the counter and they're like, Madam, will you have a bag? And you're about to cry because you have like become our mothers. We have a whole shelf full of like the reusable bags. So I'm like, I'm not going to pay. I'm going to carry my hand. Like I'm carrying on my thing like this. I don't think we're in a place where we can have like packaging that is fully like can be recycled. So the reusable bags would make sense if I remembered if I remember to carry them all the time.
Yeah.
So just getting away or a system of ensuring I have 1 or 2 in my bag at any given time. That I'd go for that. But the other one, it's like a whole industry conversation. So are we going to have even like speaking about like even KSLs, like sweets, will they be having their solution? Yeah. So it's like a whole conversations around that industry that needs to be had. So I don't think I'd be in a position to say like, okay, I only want to buy from this particular brand, because even affordability, like you keep saying, like, yeah, anything that is sustainable is quite expensive, quite pricey. There's a price point towards it. So I just focus on having like my two like tote bags with me all the time to carry my everything else. Yeah.
Yeah. If you have a car, you are more like you have a storage space for your bags. You know, 'cause like my mom and dad, they always have kikapus in their cars. I don't even know why my
Do you remember them? Do they remember them when they live in the?
Yeah, my mom will I don't know why my dad has one. I don't think that man has.
I don't think he put it himself.
No, I think it's for like now when my mom sends him like to pick up stuff on her behalf. So she's like, yeah, you can't say no because there's a kikapu in your car. But I've seen some bags that also like, you know, my problem with the ones we get in the store is that when you fold them, they don't fold easily. Like they're not. You can't package them in like, I want to throw one in my purse or something. I've seen some bags that like they come in like, you can fold them and then it comes in like a little bag. So it's like this tiny and then you can just throw that in your bag or like clip it onto your even your keychain. If you pack it if you pack it well enough, it can like fit as like a key ring.
That makes sense.
Which is really cool. But yeah, if you remember, I'm also of the same, I would pick reusable bags for now because I don't, even in other countries, I don't think there are countries that have gone 100% recyclable packaging because it's hard and also expensive. And what if it deteriorates before it's purchased?
Maybe I'm back
How
to
does that work?
Even like in some markets now, I think I like how they have the cereal section. So you don't have to buy the ones that are packaged. You can just like come in, even with your own self. Yes.
And I love that. And there's also a friend of mine who maybe we should invite here to speak on it. And I think I've even told you about it. He has a store that they sell even cleaning supplies. You come with your own container and then you fill it up. So and then you weigh it and then you pay for however many grams that you've had. So that way you don't have to like, you know, go buy the store ones where it's comes in the plastic. So yeah, because you know a lot of people these days are decanting their stuff into aesthetic glasses.
Aesthetics will finish us.
Aesthetics will finish
even the juice. The juice. I feel like the
juice. Come on,
just have your box in case.
Yeah. So now that if you are an aesthetics babe, you can go and get it refilled without, you know, you'll reduce your waste a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool. Yeah.
All right. That's about it.
So that's it.
So we're quite far from being actual sustainable. I feel like we need to learn more about these topics. I feel like I had a grip around it, but I think the more I was engaging with you, I'm like, okay, this is a different perspective. Yeah, it's a different perspective. Yeah,
but I think that's the beauty of this. What we're doing here, like the conversations we're going to have, is that we both have things to learn, and even like hopefully the guests we bring on also have different perspectives to learn, and our audience will also learn something. So yeah, I think it's good to have these conversations and be more sustainable, even if it's small. Makes a difference.
All right. Looking forward to giving you guys tea.
Yeah, all the tea on sustainability.
We look forward to having more of these conversations. So follow us, subscribe, and let's engage.
So you'll find everything on the screen and in the description box. And we look forward to having you listen to our conversations. Tell us below which guests you'd like to see. Bye.
Bye.